evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to another segment of Gunpowder Banter. I wish we could be in more celebratory mode, but it is what it is. Today we do not have KC, but we have some able deputies as usual. We have Femi and Oshoke. We'll be pouring out their emotions. They'll be pouring out their emotions tonight.
No emotions to pour. There are no emotions to pour out. I've processed it. After the game on Saturday, I just went to go and sleep, and then I woke up and then I was okay.
You know the funny thing, I actually did not finish that game. I couldn't watch it. I watched it
to the very end.
I watched it till the 80, well, actually to the 90th minute. So technically I finished, but I didn't watch extra time. I at that point I had given up. Like I watched
it, and as annoyed as I was, we played okay in that game.
If we played like that against Bournemouth, we would have won that game.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this question: like, how are you guys feeling after the game? Like right now, how are you feeling?
So I hadn't done the math before the game, and for me, I had assumed if they won that game, then they go ahead outright, not goes different or anything, right? And so that had always been my fear: is if they win this game, then it's over. And then during the pre-match, that was when I realized, and everyone's talking about it, even if they win the game, will still be level on points, even with their game in hand. And so it's a question of, well, can you still win out? And then it became a little less critical, right? Going into the game, I was like, it was hopeful more than anything else, right? On the evidence of what we had seen in the previous games before that, against Lisbon at home, against Bournemouth at home. The Bournemouth game was at the Emirates, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the Lisbon game before that we basically snuck a win out.
Sorry to cut you off. I blame Oshoke for that Bournemouth loss. he was actually there watching it live.
I don't think that would have changed anything.
Anyway, go ahead.
With those results and the way things had gone, I kind of had an idea, and not had an idea. Basically, it was going to be a miracle for us to win it, right? It was possible, but it was going to be a miracle for us to win that game. That's the truth, right? And so going in, and I'm like, we can still, even if we can still win this thing, even by losing this game, then just don't put too much emotion in this or whatever. They're playing at home. We don't have the full squad. We've had all these setbacks recently, and it's just kind of like hope for the best. So when the game started, and then we're looking jittery in the first few minutes, I'm like, nah, bump this, man. I can't stand this nonsense. But then we settled into the game, everything looked okay. Then they scored, but as soon as we equalized, then I was like, something magical might happen here, and I was hopeful from that point on. But then second half came, we still played okay, but I mean, they edged it.
We hit the bar a couple times. We hit the
bar a couple times.
Very close calls. So.
Yeah. So the truth is, they edged it, and we had chances. We had chances to score. Even I definitely finished watching the game, and the reason why I finished watching the game is Havertz should have scored that the header now at the end.
That's a tough one, though. That was a tough one.
What do you mean it was a tough one? He was alone. It was a beautiful ball. He just needed to get over it. I don't know why you mean that. I don't know what was tough about that.
Headers are kind of hard to say, okay, you must be scoring that, unless it's like
you must be getting it on target.
Yes, getting on target, that's different, yes. But scoring it, it's kind of hard, man.
It wasn't a save. That's what I'm saying. If that was it goes in.
Yeah, it's not an easy chance compared to the one he had on the floor.
I would be saying something different if Donnarumma made a save, but Donnarumma didn't make a save, and he should have gotten on that ball. Should have gotten it at least on target.
On target, yes.
But thinking about it, I was just like, yeah, it happens. We're still in it. It's not over. 5 more games. Now we got to see what we're made of, and then go from there. Typically, in previous seasons, after the collapse, and then there's one monumental thing, we usually picked it back up for the last few games of the season. We can do that again now. Pick it up, win some games, and we'll still be in it. Plus, if you remember a few weeks ago when we said when we're like, when we're 9 points ahead, there's still going to be twists and turns. We all kind of
We didn't know it was going to be this bad.
Except we are the only ones twisting and turning.
We didn't know it was going to be this bad. But funny enough,
we're the only ones twisting and turning to this point. Their own twists and turns are still coming.
Exactly. I was going to say this. So before that game, the game against us, City had drawn 2 matches back to back. So it wasn't like they were on a fine vein of form. They still had their own wobbles. And right now we're hoping that they're going to have some more wobbles in this 5 game or 6 game span for them, starting tomorrow actually. Oshoke, what about you? How do you feel about the whole situation?
So losing to City, I don't think is ever a bad thing. Like, you can't say, "Oh crap, I can't believe we lost to City," right? I think it's more of the implications of that loss, not necessarily the actual loss, right? So, in regards to the game, like I said, if we played like that against Bournemouth, we win Bournemouth. So the level did step up. The loss, it is what it is. I kind of predicted that loss, and we kind of take it and just hopefully they can keep playing like that and even better going forward. Regards to injuries, I think the only person missing really was Saka. I don't really think anybody.
No,
And it was yes, Timber too. We missed.
Timber. But Timber's been gone for a while, so.
No. But the point is, Mosquera struggled significantly against.
You could see that 1v1. That's our best defender.
He is, but Mosquera did a lot better than Ben White would have done.
Yeah, but we're still saying the same thing.
Right. Wait, hold on. That yellow that he got wasn't even really because he was doing too much. It was one of those squabbles, that happened.
Okay, it was persistent fouling.
It was a soft yellow. There's no doubt.
I didn't think he was at risk of getting the red in that game.
It was a persistent fouling because in the first 13 seconds, he body checked him. I went back and watched it.
It was a pretty physical game.
So it's a persistent. He was always going to get yellow. He was always going to get. It was just a matter of what time we would get.
But I didn't think he was at risk. Even after he got that yellow, I wasn't scared that if you leave him on him, I get a red. I wasn't scared about that.
Yeah,
I was.
Anyway,
he struggled against it.
He struggled.
Every single Doku wanted the ball every single time because he just wanted to take him on one-on-one. And that's why Martinelli had to come on to help defensively second half, which kind of helped a little bit there.
Yeah. But I don't think Martinelli's switch was defensive. I think it was offensive.
Now that you
None was playing
trash.
Yeah. Now that you guys now that you bring in Martinelli, let's go and talk about the lineup. When you saw the lineup, what did you think about it? What do you think about it? Was it what you expected?
The only thing I didn't expect was Havertz over Gyökeres, but I wasn't surprised either.
I'm gonna really to get to the conversation that we were having in there. It told me everything I needed to know about Arteta and his fear-based management of the team. Because tell me why in the most important game of the season, that's when you realize that, I can play Eze on the 9. I mean on the 11.
Which he didn't even stay on that wing.
He actually didn't even.
He was in the middle.
He was in the middle most of the time. And then Odegaard was deeper, was much deeper. So it was kind of like we left that wing blank essentially, right?
Yeah, Hincapié was pretty much there,
right?
Just running the whole flank up and down.
Correct. Which is kind of like it was a very interesting move, and it made sense.
And I'm also surprised they didn't capitalize on that actually.
By doing what exactly?
That Hincapié running up and down the flank. I'm surprised they didn't capitalize on it on their
He
But
consistently did.
Semenyo
It was based on
was
opportunity. It was he's a solid defender, and B, it was based on he only did it when the opportunity presented itself. It wasn't like he was bombing
no, of
something.
course, yeah, but I'd have still expected to see more of them trying to exploit that.
Right.
I think it was.
But the truth is, we didn't know he was going to play more centrally when we saw the lineup. So we're talking about now when we saw the lineup, what we thought it was going to be, and it's kind of like, oh, now Eze can play there or whatever. And then the most important one was Havertz at the 9 instead of Gyökeres. It's super interesting because we have been made to believe Gyökeres is number one choice as a striking option. That was the plan for the season. That's how it was supposed to going. And then you have the most important game of the season, and then you put Havertz in there.
That's an indictment of how much he's not rated by the manager.
Correct. Exactly. The manager said in the most important game of the season, you have been playing consistently. I have been starting consistently. I'm going to drop you. I'm going to put this guy in there. But once the game started, we saw exactly why that was.
No, you understood why.
Yes, it was for him to put the long ball in and have the ball stay there a little bit, because Gyökeres is not going to control those balls for you more than anything else. And so, I don't remember ways. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say but if you knew that wasn't his game, why the hell did you buy him?
Because his number one choice fell through.
I mean,
it was either this or that.
That's pretty much what it boils down to. So I don't think
you bought him for his finishing, not for his ability to.
I get you. Yeah, we get that. But the issue is, if you're gonna play a guy who you claim you bought him for his finishing, why won't you change your style to fit that finishing? We don't play that way.
We don't play the style that suits him.
But we've been trying to. We've been unsuccessful in doing so. Mm-hmm. But in this game, that style was not going to work at all.
It wasn't going to work.
And so therefore, it was like bump that, jettison that entirely, and then let's try to play something else, something completely different. It's still an indictment, to be honest, because it means you are just trying things for trying purposes versus actually being intentional about the way you set your team up and the way you want your team to play all the time.
So for me, this game put me through a couple of emotions. First of all, I was disappointed that we played the way. That we've been playing this way, and all of a sudden we actually have the capacity to play a different way on the front foot. And I'm like, okay. So you had this in your locker, but then you refused to play it. You were playing. You chose.
I thought that was still prevailed.
You chose to play attritional football for most part of the campaign.
This was also attritional on some level. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I thought that ball was very evident in that game too.
So attritional, but you created chances. So that is the argument. So if you play that way, if you can play like this, why didn't you play it in Bournemouth? Why didn't you play it in the games that we drew 0-0? When we played against Liverpool, you didn't go after them. You decided to do the whole contained football. Those are the kind of games that's why it's hard for people to get on board with. Us winning the title.
Yeah, because we were actually very good against the press. Defensively, we were much better than we've been against the press. We played
we played very
significantly well. Yes, against the press. Going forward, it was still lacking a little bit, but it was better than the zero that we've been seeing all these last few months.
Yeah, I think we had 8 shots total. Half of them on target or something like that.
Our XG was 1.9 or something, and
it was higher than City's.
Yes, we had a higher XG than them. Yeah. So
I think a huge reason why we played well would be Odegaard. The fact that we had Odegaard in that team,
he controlled the tempo, and he didn't feel the need to create. This game was a proof of concept of the possibility of Odegaard and Eze midfield.
Eze on the same thing, yep. But my thing, we haven't. I guess due to injury, we haven't seen that combo in a very long time. So
I mean, we've
the
kind
only
of
time
talked
we-
about it, right?
Yeah, but we
We've
have
talked about it.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about it early in the season when they were both healthy, but they didn't both have a place in the team.
in the team.
Now,
Yeah.
yes, but now it's kind of open or whatever. The possibility is then we can definitely make it happen.
Yeah. But to make that happen, that means Zubi has to sit and Rice has to play deep.
Correct. And it can work. That can actually
It can. It can definitely work. The question, and the only place I doubt is will Arteta actually do it.
No, but why can't he just play the same way? Like keep Eze on the left
Basically, Eze can
It's
drift
not
out to the left.
sustainable.
Eze can drift out to the
and
left.
allow him floating.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't think that is sustainable.
Yeah. Well, no, but to Namdi's point, we've complained this whole season about how our left flank has essentially been nothing, right? So now we can deliberately make it nothing while overloading somewhere else on the field, right? At least if we're getting nothing out of the left, then there's a reason why we know why we're not getting anything out of the left, and we're getting more production from the center of the field.
Yeah. I mean, I see your point. It's definitely doable.
Yeah.
The part in speaking of lineup, and this one you can call it controversial, whatever the case may be, but we've seen what Nani can give us, and it's nothing.
I saw a crazy stat today. They said last season Ethan had 37 games, 11 goal and assist contributions. This season, Nani has 38 games, 11 goal and assist contributions. What exactly was the point of getting Nani?
Right. Yeah, we were talking about Nani and how that was my other thing on the lineup, because honestly, what was Nani going to give us in that game that we were not going to get from Dowman?
Maybe defense, maybe.
What defense?
Nani's not that great at closing down.
Exactly. Nani's not giving us anything defensively either. No. So it's kind of like if we're going to sacrifice defense, why are we sacrificing off both? We can't sacrifice both offense and defense, right? If we're going to sacrifice one, let's get Dowman who can actually do something with the ball. Like I don't understand. Like there's grass in front of him and he can run into it. He won't. When there is no grass in front of him, that's when he will try to push it to try to run where I don't know.
He runs into players. Like sometimes I'll see like four.
There's three players and he will try to cut through them.
I don't know
why.
I don't know. I think there's a player in there, but he might be released. He might be a player at a different club. Because I don't think based on what I've seen, he's not Arsenal quality. But we spent 50 million or 52 million on this guy.
I still don't understand why.
You can't tell me
that buying Chelsea players.
You can't tell me that there weren't other players.
There were definitely other players.
Semenyo went for less, and that's one that's even paying me more. Semenyo went for less.
Do you know what I think the problem with buying Semenyo is?
What? Wages?
Then you have a problem. No.
Or because he has to bench Saka.
Yes, and you can't bench Saka.
So we need to.
But
Semenyo
can actually play on the left too, you know.
No, he can play. Actually, yeah, he can play both sides.
He played on the left. He played on the left a lot for Bournemouth.
Yeah, he can play on both sides. But I think Arteta is wedded to this Martinelli as he starts. And I honestly, one of the problems we have in this team is that we have too many substitutes that are actually playing like starters.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that left flank.
Or you mean the other way around? Starters that are playing like substitutes?
No, those guys are not
people
starters.
That should be
they should be subs.
Yeah,
they're not starting.
Yes. They're not starting quality players. That's what I mean. Like they're not starting quality players. They should not, but they are the ones who are by
that's literally
no.
But that's literally what we're just talking about with Havertz. Is Havertz gives you something, but he can't be your central guy. He can't. Yes, he doesn't give you all of it. He's more sub quality than anything else. That's the truth.
Gyökeres is the same thing. Gyökeres is a sub quality striker.
You can't say that for a guy who's
in a different team
system.
In a
Yeah,
different system, Gyökeres will bag 30 goals a season
yeah,
in the
in
right
Portugal.
system. No. It doesn't have to be Portugal. In the right system, even in the Premier League.
He's not scoring
In,
30 goals in Premier League.
If Gyökeres had gone to Man U, he would have been scoring lights out.
Nah.
If he had gone to
He,
Man U, their
he
style of
can,
football
first of
supports
all,
his style of
he
play.
cannot trap the ball. That is a prerequisite for scoring 30 goals a season.
You
He
don't
should
understand.
be able to
It's
trap
it's
the
all
ball.
about the style of
if he
play.
can't trap the ball, how is he scoring 30
Yeah,
goals in Portugal?
it's the style of play.
I don't know how. That is the
That's
magic.
the simple answer. Style of play. That's it.
Check the guy who replaced what's his name?
He's got
Replaced-
30 goals already.
Exactly. That
The
shows
guy
you
that
that
replaced him is the style of play.
he played against us and he didn't look good. He didn't look that great. So the opposition also helps them. The guy he's a flat track bully. Let's be frank about it. He's a flat track bully. Play that guy against competent defenders. He does not go past them. Can't run faster than most of the Premier League defenders. If you notice, that's why in Portugal, they'll give him space. The guy runs the length of the field. He tries that in England, but he's catching up to him. Every defender catches up to him. The best time, the most clinical I've seen him is when he's inside the box, when there's no need to run and he just one time poachers finish, that kind of thing. He's good there. But if you give him open space to run into,
That's why I
past.
said style of play. It's the style of play that
I hear what you're saying, but he's not going to get you 30 goals a season. Not with the kind of pace and the kind of defense.
Listen, in a season that we call a flop for Gyökeres, he has 18.
In
Think
how
about
many
that for a
games?
second.
In how many games?
How many games?
A lot of games.
Exactly.
But all
That's
I'm
the
saying
point.
is, in a season that's supposed to be a flop, he has 18.
I wouldn't say he's a flop, right? I would just say he's not the finished article that we needed. Now, ultimately, we can say, is there really a striker out there that does every single thing that you want? The answer is probably no. Liverpool bought 2 strikers.
One of them was injured. Also.
Well, yeah, one of them is
He was injured when they bought
I
him.
still believe Isak would have been that person. Isak has those qualities. He can hold up, and he's a superb finisher. It's both ends. So I still see Isak as that. But then again, that they play a certain way, then they come to Arsenal, and then they play completely different.
and then
way.
exactly. So
You have.
I thought that ball takes over.
But then again, you remember it's not a matter of it's also a matter of availability. Could we have bought Isaacs? The answer is
We're not
probably
going to spend
no.
130
We're not going
million.
to spend that money on him.
Within
Within the amount of money that we spent, I guess.
What do you mean we're not going to spend that amount of money? How much money have we wasted in trying to find a striker over the last few years? How much money have we wasted?
We've only bought two strikers. Havertz wasn't bought as a striker.
Since Arteta has been in,
2
we've only
strikers.
bought 2
Jesus
strikers.
and Gyökeres.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he doesn't buy strikers.
What do you mean? We didn't buy Havertz?
We didn't buy him as a striker. though.
We didn't buy him a striker.
Okay, I'm talking about how much have we spent in trying to fill that striking position. Better or for worse, Havertz is a striker for us now. Like, what are we talking
But
Yeah,
now,
that-
You guys
we
are
didn't
now
buy
making
him.
an
yes.
argument
We didn't
like
buy him to be a striker.
that. What do you mean not now? His first season with us, that's what he came in and tried to play midfield for like a few.
He's not.
That
He did
didn't
not
work.
come
And
in.
then- and
He
then
didn't
they
come in
realized
trying
he
to
got hold of
try-
the ball.
No,
He
hold
was
on.
bought as a midfielder.
And no, he was bought as a utility player. He came in and played a few games in midfield, which didn't work out. And then all of a sudden, we saw him up front. He started scoring goals, and then it's kind of like, that's our striker. And then we said, that's the solution.
It's like saying Merino is a striker.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So Merino is another striker. That was
Marino
bought.
is a difference in that he was a placeholder. Havertz was a placeholder, and then
In
it became
midfield.
permanent.
He was bought as a midfielder to become, and then finally we locked out, and he became a striker.
My point is,
Right.
if you count Havertz money, Gyökeres money, Madueke money, you never
No,
reach.
man, give money.
Yeah, but remember, so there was no way we're going to spend that amount of money on just one player.
For
That's
one
the
person,
thing.
yeah.
We're trying to
We're
address
gonna do it.
different parts of the team. We we had to get a backup. We definitely had to get a backup for Saka, seeing as he was out for long term. Well, with a long term injury.
But what a backup we got.
Hey, I don't know. We're gonna wrap up soon.
So I do have one question though. I do have one question. Based off what we've seen about and what we know about Arteta ball, right? Who do you think is an ideal striker to come into that system?
Ideal striker is
You
a
need someone
hybrid.
who's gonna-
It's a
yes,
hybrid.
it's hybrid
with
of Gyökeres and Havertz.
Gyökeres and Havertz. That's it.
No, literally, it's someone who. No, literally, you need somebody who can come in. That's what I said. I just said Isak can do it. Someone who you can send the ball long to, or who can receive the ball at their feet, and who can turn. Someone who and you can actually finish. You have to be able to take your chances and actually finish, because this team is. We get quality chances, but we don't get very many of them. And so when you get those quality chances, you have to be able to finish them. So
we're not a volume. We don't get volume of chances.
We're not going to get a volume of chances, but you'll get a few good ones, and you have to be able to finish those few good ones. So superb finisher, can receive the ball at their feet. You can send the ball long into them. We'll hold the ball up for you. That's the perfect person. You're describing like the perfect striker. Anybody outside of Arteta would take that too. So, right.
So is there anybody right now, apart from obvious Isak, like outside of the Premier League, would you look at and say, okay, this guy can do that? They're not that many.
They keep talking about Alvarez, but Alvarez is coming to the US.
Alvarez is a superb finisher, but he's not a Julian, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a superb finisher, but I don't know that he's
more, to me, he's more like a winger. I don't know. It's more like
a Jesus. Jesus, I think Jesus is probably
he's done like a
more hybrid.
You're not going to get hold up play from Julian Alvarez.
Yeah. But you can actually get that from Jesus though. But even though he's going to be gone next season,
you're not going to get decent hold up play from Jesus.
Better than Gyökeres, actually.
Yes.
Which is sad. He's better than Gyökeres in hold up play for somebody who is not. He's not even 6 feet.
Who's small? Like right. He's small. Yeah. That's my concern with him is he'll get bullied easily by defenders because of his size, and so as much as he'll try to hold up, they can always like move him off the ball.
He has a center.
So what we're looking for is a Haaland 2.0.
Haaland is not even that. Haaland is actually.
Haaland is just a
finisher.
Eat your dinner. Yeah, he's a finisher. That's what he is.
He's a finisher. The hold up play one he can do to a certain extent, but it's not. That's not really his game.
Plus,
and he will bully defenders of the ball.
It's not his game. It's not what Pep wants from him.
Yeah,
Pep doesn't
exactly.
want them. Pep doesn't need him to play that way. Pep doesn't set the team up that way. So even if he could do it, we wouldn't know it because they don't play that way.
They don't play that way, yeah. Okay. So, guys, we're almost at the end of the pod. So, what next for the squad? What next?
Game at a time.
What next for Arteta?
Win 5 games. Wait for City to
slip up,
stumble, and then we'll see what happens.
I'm just on one game at a time.
What about what are our chances for Champions League?
That was where I was going to go. Atletico is a very doable for us. That's going to be
Arteta ball, dog fights.
Arteta ball and Simeone ball.
It's going to be a dog fight.
They call it the Harambo El Clásico.
It's going to be a dog fight, but it should be a good dog fight.
Yeah, I think we can, right?
Based on how we play, if we play the same way we played against City, we will beat most teams. Like that whole the pressing game, and
our pressing
the fact
was
that
completely different.
And the fact that we had all these technicians on the field. Even I consider Havertz to be a technician as well. Secure with the ball, and he's secure with the ball.
He's secure with the ball.
Yes, compared to Gyökeres,
even Zubi in that game. He would get the ball, but he knew where his pass was going, and it wasn't necessarily backwards to Raya. So that was the difference in this game. He couldn't turn. He still couldn't turn.
I think they've told him stop trying to turn with the ball.
Yeah, so he couldn't turn. But he knew where but he knew where his next pass was, right? And he was making those passes pretty quickly. That was
And
the
then
difference.
if you notice, Odegaard was also coming back to help get the ball from Ryan.
Yeah. Odegaard and Rice were the two players that were getting the ball from Ryan. Zubi did not even try it.
Exactly. So there was a shift in this game, and we just hope that Odegaard stays fit, and so we can continue playing this this style of football. And honestly, if we're gonna play the next couple of games in EPL and we intend to score multiple goals, I would suggest we do what we've been talking about: play Rice as a holder and play Eze and
I would love to see that.
That to me should get you multiple goals.
Yeah.
Because what it will do is it will open up the field significantly for us.
That whatever defense you're playing against is going to be stretched thin.
Yeah. Just that when you have to make a sub, you go hard. if we had not scored by then.
If you have Zubi, Martinelli, Dalman on the bench,
think about it. You have Trossard. You have
starting. Probably Trossard starting.
No, forget about Zubi. If you have Trossard,
you haven't scored.
You have Trossard, Martinelli. If Saka is back, then you have Madueke on the bench. You have Dalman. You have Jesus. You have
if Saka
Gyökeres,
is back,
you have Gyökeres or Havertz. There's options now. There's
definitely options even with that.
All right. Well, let's see what Arteta is going to come up with for the next couple of games. Predictions for Newcastle.
3-1.
Who's winning?
Us.
Okay. You gotta be specific.
Yeah.
Predictions for Newcastle is going to be a very nervy game. We win it 1-0.
I say 2-1.
Yeah.
What
the nerves are not going to be gone with this game. With Atletico, first leg, we may lose that 2-1.
We're going to Spain, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we draw that game.
We draw that game 1-1.
Yeah, I feel like it's a draw.
It's draw or we lose that game 2-1. I say 2-1. We're going to lose that game 2-1. And then come back to the Emirates.
We draw 1-1, come back to Emirates, beat them 3-1.
Yeah, we come back to the Emirates and we beat them 3-0.
Okay.
I'm laughing because I just watched us lose to Bournemouth.
My final question. Do we win the league?
Yes.
It's okay?
I'm going to hate myself for this. No.
I'm going to be optimistic and say yes. But I don't know if my heart will survive.
Hope we do.
this 5 games.
I'm going to tell you guys a secret I'm not supposed to be telling anybody, but the truth of the matter is last night, in order to make myself feel better, I actually put money on it, on us winning the league.
That's better than I was thinking I was going to hear. I think I was going to hear last night you had a dream.
No, I put money on it last night.
All right. Okay.
I want us to win. But,
Femi, I'll hit you up later to find out where I can drop my own bet on this one.
Niger.
BetNiger.com, right? Guys, we do not encourage gambling, just so you know. We don't encourage gambling.
Gamble responsibly. Gamble responsibly.
We encourage gambling. Or if you have gambling sponsors for us and you want us to plug
gamble,
in,
gamble responsibly in all things.
All right, guys. So nice having you guys on.
Hot takes. No hot takes.
There's no hot takes. It's too late for this.
I don't think the hot take was that we are going to win the league.
We're going to win. The hot take was our
prediction.
Listen,
my prediction and my hot take for the last game came true. My prediction was we lose 2-1. My hot take was that Dalman doesn't see the field.
No, that one. And most people could have predicted that Dalman.
With Saka injured,
I couldn't have. With Saka
injured,
why
you can't really predict that, but I know
why wouldn't Dalman see the field?
I actually thought Martinelli would start on the right. That's actually what I thought. I didn't think Madueke would start.
But hey, look at it. Look at this. My hot take is going to be true for the rest of the season. Dalman is not smelling that pitch for the rest of the season.
No, he's going to play. Why?
Of course he's going to play.
If Saka
maybe the last game if we've already won.
If Saka is still hurt,
Saka is supposed to be
playing.
back by next week.
That's if he's back by next week, then he may not play. But
Yeah, I think Saka is actually
Saka is
back by
still
Newcastle.
on. We'll see. Anyway, guys, let's wrap this up.
Yep.
So hope to see you guys next week for another round of Gunpowder Banter. Nice having everybody around.
Yes,
Femi, just tell the fans goodbye. And
There's still hope.
tell us
There's still hope. So keep the hope alive.
Any words of encouragement? There's still hope.
Listen, I just want to encourage everybody to just make sure you take your blood pressure pills if you take any, because this is going to be a very tough 5 games to go.
All right, you've heard it, folks. Arsenal's still going to win the league. Feel free to bet your money. Don't bet your life savings though.
Yeah, this is not financial advice.
Yes. All right. Gunpowder Banter, we're out. Feel free to like and subscribe and send us your comments. We're available on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.